for you one of my absolute favorite stories ever. Oh my goodness, I hope it inspires you like it inspired me. It's called A Squiggly Story. The author is Andrew Larson. Remember, the author writes all of the words. The illustrator is Mike Lowry. Remember, the illustrator draws all of the pictures. Let's get started. A Squiggly Story. My sister loves to read. Big words and little words. Page after page, word after word. My sister loves to write. Big words and little words. Page after page, word after word. Sometimes I pretend I can write too. Big letters and little letters. Swirl after swirl, squiggle after squiggle. What are you doing? I ask one day while we're sitting at the kitchen table. I'm writing a story. I wish I could write a story. You can. It's easy. How? I know my letters, but I don't know many words. Write what you know. Every story starts with a single word, and every word starts with a single letter. Why don't you start there with a letter? So I get my crayons and my pencils and a pad of paper and I start to write. I start with a single letter. It's an easy letter. I. That's me. That's a good beginning. Now what? What's going to happen? How should I know? It's your story. You're the boss. What? I'm stuck. What happens in my story? I draw a circle. It's a soccer ball. Then I write another letter. I circle you. It's you, I say to my sister. I'm playing soccer with you. I'm playing soccer with you. Great! Where are we playing soccer? Maybe we're playing on the beach, I suggest. We've never played soccer on the beach. So, I do a bunch of dots for the sand on the beach. Dot, 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 dot. Then, I make a bunch of V's. Big V's and little V's. Wave after wave in the ocean. I'm playing soccer with you at the beach with the waves. Now what? What do you mean? You have a beginning. Now we're in the middle of the story. Something else has to happen so that we can get to the end. Beginning, middle, end. I'm stuck again. I start doodling. I doodle another V, but this time I doodle it upside down. Oh no! It's a shark! It's getting closer and closer. I'm playing soccer with you at the beach in the waves, and it's a shark! I flip the page to get away from the shark. The next day, I bring my story to school. It's my turn for show and tell. That means I get to sit in Mrs. Singh's chair. Everyone else sits on the carpet, ready to listen. Mrs. Singh. Mrs. Singh's chair. Last night, I started to write a story. It's sort of squiggly, but here goes. Once upon a time, there was a brother and a sister, and they loved to play soccer. I'm playing soccer with you. Hi. One day they had an idea. They decided to play soccer on the beach, so they went to the beach and played soccer. I'm playing soccer with you at the beach in the waves. Then they noticed something coming toward them in the water. It was a shark, a real live shark. It was getting closer and closer. It was getting bigger and bigger. And that's as far as I got. Well, that's wonderful, says Mrs. Singh. What happens next? What about the shark? What about the brother and the sister? I don't know. I'm stuck. Class, does anyone have an idea? Jake waves his hand in the air. I do. Maybe one of them kicks the ball and it hits the shark in the head. Then maybe the shark bites the ball with his big, pointy shark teeth. Ow. He's going to bite it. Aaliyah offers another idea. What if the shark's name is Squiggles? What if Squiggles is a vampire shark? What if she invites the brother and sister to ride on her back? And what if they become a vampire family and live forever? Vampires can't swim. Everyone knows that. Of course they can swim. Vampires can do anything. But it's my story and I don't want vampires in my story. Oh, man. If I was writing a story, I'd have lots of vampires. Then you should write one. But I like yours. That night after dinner, I sit down beside my sister. Her face is buried in a book. I've been thinking about my story all day, and I still don't know how to end it. Remember, you're the author, she says, without looking up. You can do whatever you want. So I get my pencil, and I start with a bunch of stars. Then I add a few exclamation marks. My sister told me exclamation marks make things exciting. She's right. It is exciting. I add a couple of slanty lines. What's going on? Asks my sister from looking up from her book. It's nighttime. The stars are out. The shark has gone away, and we decide to take a walk on the beach. That's when we discover this giant rocket ship. That sounds cool. Then what happens? We hear a voice. It's counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Not yet, I say, adding one more squiggle. Just before the rocket blasts off, we spy a Martian looking out through a window. The Martian invites us to climb aboard. That's a great ending. Now I have an idea for my next story. It's going to be about a boy who climbs aboard a rocket ship and takes a trip to Mars. And I think I know just how to begin. There he goes. The end. I hope that you enjoyed this story as much as I do. I love the advice that sister gave to brother. Write what you know. You're the author. You can write what you know. Amen? All right. And amen. I'll add an amen to that. Why not? Thank you for joining in. And I hope that you have fun with your writing. Have fun, Mrs. Allen's Amazing Adventurers.